Well, she said that she would, if I gave her something to go on. Are you recording right now?
So, don't be saying names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say names now.
So we couldn't even do this one because it'd be a DVD. All right. And who has DVDs anymore? Right.
What exactly is the
I
format?
have Betamax.
Are we just doing questions?
Yeah, we probably should. I don't know if
We don't really want to
spin the
move
spinner
around
and-
the board, do we? We just want to do questions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See who's smart or see if people interact. Semi-intelligent. Anyway.
Well, because I don't really think we have the time block or format to do the actual
Yeah, we don't.
collecting the pieces. And we just, just keep score with who's getting questions, right? That's
Before we get started.
a lot of times we would just do that anyway. We didn't even get out of the board.
Yeah.
Before we get started.
How did the comic book sales go? Did you get any hits?
Okay, well, I got, no. I got a friend request from one person.
Right.
And I've been meaning to talk to you about that because I was going to repost my whole Craigslist listing.
Well,
because of what we talked about.
I got booted out of the comic book collectors club.
Oh man.
I know.
That can't be good for your self-esteem.
Yeah. I felt like I was in a Seinfeld episode.
I seem to recall there being a few extra words in the comic book club that you shared with me, but so what I was getting at is that people thought I was just faking and pleading on them for buying my comic books.
Right. So this is how it all went down.
Because they
I can give you a quick summation. Is that I've had that listing on Craigslist one way or another since 2008. I have been trying to unload this entire comic book collection since about '93. So I've been on Craigslist. I changed the listing to include the cancer aspect in late 2012, early 2013, just so I could give somebody, if somebody was on the line on whether or not they wanted to buy something, to give them one more little reason to buy something from me. That's it. So I don't know what these Fruit Loops are. I had a sale from Byford. We discussed Byford before. And then this guy, apparently another person who has a family member who's suffering cancer, just a brief meeting up, he bought $100 worth, and it's fine. And that's when you got involved, and I was like, yeah, let's do this. And then I got this friend request, and next thing I know, my best friend's feelings are hurt. I don't know what the hell's going on here. And I'm like, you guys don't have to fight my battles. I'm not trying to. Why would you include something about cancer to try to get somebody to?
Right.
I mean, just for attention. No, it's kind of.
Well, vile human being would do that.
Most people are.
Oh, I know some.
Most people are in the market for comic books are going to buy them or not. They're not. They're looking for specific books for one reason or another.
Right. So, for a little bit of a rich book segment, because I think this kind of goes along with it. So I had a buddy that I worked with. He was like, dude, I belong to this comic book collectors club. And it's like by invite only, and I got in it. And, man, it's pretty cool. They show, like, pictures of old comic books and different things like that. Well, I'm not a comic book collector, but I'm like, hey, whatever. Well, next thing I know...
Great place to meet women.
Right. And so the next thing we know, I'm on this comic book collectors club.
They used to be men.
But then it's like... There would be who would win, Spider-Man or Deadpool. Okay, you're like in 7th grade. Now these guys are like 40-year-old men that are giving their valid arguments on why.
Pile it on. They live in their parents' basement. They're faithful addicts of the original Star Trek.
They are probably bronies.
Right. And
you know what a brony is?
No.
Well, okay.
Really?
Guy that likes
You guys,
My Little Pony.
You guys can.
I got my own ideas.
We had Tim. Remember Tim?
Yep.
He was a brony?
Tim's a big-time comic book collector. He'd get in on these conversations.
Okay.
Was it his Love Epic Coffee or something?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
The page to end all pages.
here's the thing with me and this comic book club. I was too lazy to go to groups and remove myself from the group, so I just never did it. So I would just, my news feed would be blown up with like comic book covers and people talking about who would win in these epic battles of, Marvel, or who's better, DC Comics or Marvel Comics, and why on God's green earth would Ben Affleck be Batman, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to use this group for good. So I throw out there, hey, I got a buddy. He's trying to sell his comic book collection. He has terminal cancer. I don't know if you guys, I don't think you guys normally sell on here, but if anybody would be interested, I've got his Craigslist link. I'll share it, but I don't want to hurt it. I don't want to make anyone mad. And I got all kinds of positive feedback. Oh, yeah, that'll be fine, that'll be fine. Then one guy said, I don't think Lynn would mind. So Lynn, L-I-N, he is
Lynn.
Lynn is he's the guy that's in charge of the website, or the group.
The admin?
He's the admin. I couldn't think of admin.
Dun, dun, dun.
So he posts, why does your friend Dave, if he has cancer, why does he say that he's willing to trade?
I actually can answer that real quick if you want.
And I'm like, I don't know, ask him.
That came up when World Series tickets were on sale, and somebody, one of our internet friends said, you know what you ought to try? You ought to try Craigslist for trading. And somebody put up, I'll trade this for World Series tickets. And I'm thinking, I'm trying to get rid of these anyway. Comic books, World Series tickets. That's why I threw on there for trade.
Okay.
The whole idea is I'm getting rid of something that is not useful to me.
Right.
And he would have traded, quite honestly, for like Jell-O or toilet paper.
Or a car. I was thinking maybe a comparable car. Seriously, I was, and that's kind of where I went with it.
Citation.
You know what? The value is close.
Yeah. So, I tell the guy, look, dude, I didn't mean to, upset you or anything. I apologize. I was just, everybody seemed to be positive about it. Yeah, it was Lynn Harrow. And so then the next thing he does is he says, well, this guy posted this originally at this date and had it on this date and this date, and you said he's had cancer since then. Does he even have cancer?
That's when you get into these people who seem to be disappointed that you haven't died yet.
Right.
And this is where I was talking to Rich about this. I have some coworkers and even some family members that think that I'm faking. Why I would, I don't know, but...
In fact, they're calling now.
Right.
That was Agent Gibbs, so just ignore him. Anyway.
The Sprint phone lines are lighting up.
And that's exactly what it is why would you... I've gotten that impression. I got my ex-wife and a couple of our coworkers that flat out thought I was faking. Okay, yeah, sure.
So then I have since been removed from the secret society of comic book collecting.
May I throw in on your rich book?
No, absolutely.
Probably a better group out there.
Well, the thing that makes me mad is that they broke up with me before I broke up with them.
And I've had two experiences with this recently. And one group I don't have a problem with, and in one group I got really irritated with. We know we have a new internet buddy named David White, and he's kind of dancing around with our stuff. Right. Well, and he invited, it was invitation only, invited me to a atheist type group, which was fun. I had no issue. I uninvited myself because I was getting way too many posts, and I know you can do the digest thing and everything, but it was kind of the Batman versus Superman type thing. Mm-hmm. But then I had another local author invite me to this Illinois Missouri Writers Guild, and I was like, oh, okay, I can promote my books that no one believes I really wrote or exist or.
No, I believe you wrote.
Well, I think Shia LaBeouf is looking at him and making a movie now, so he might be in pretty good shape.
We read the excerpts. We believe you wrote them.
Anyway, so I got on there and I thought I'd promote some of the books. And as a local writer, I do go around and I buy other local writers' books, read them, produce reviews because I know how important it is to an independent struggling writer. So I put my stuff on there, and I noticed that really all the website is for narcissistic self-promoting of your books, and nobody seems willing to reach across and actually purchase your book. They just want to promote their own. I was getting a little irritated by this because I have bought a number of books, done the reviews, never with the, I don't operate with, you're scratching my back, I'm going to scratch yours and blah, 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 but, a little turnabout never heard anything. And I'm like, none of these guys have bought my books. So to make a long story even more longer and pointless and everything else, I would start to shy away from groups that are invitation only.
And that's what we've learned on Facebook tonight, kids. I kind of feel like the 80s sitcoms.
That's about all we've learned.
We need some funny music right now.
Right, yeah. Show me that smile again. Yeah, something.
So to Lynn and all the other guys, I'm sorry I haven't died yet. And coworkers, and I don't know what dates and blocks and stuff you bought, but
screw you, Lynn.
Came real close about a week ago. But
hey, drink more Ovaltine, all right?
More Ovaltine.
All right. So moving forward, I guess we should.
Is this Epic Coffee time?
It is Epic Coffee time.
It is Epic.
Wow.
You know what? You don't ever point at the camera and say that anymore. Do that.
It's Epic
Coffee time.
There you go.
There you go. All right, are we finished?
Usually
we finished before we got going. We were actually going to do the Fade to Black update, but before we got to that, I wanted to talk about Nick, who is our
Let's talk about Nick.
Little buddy with that, oddly enough, has brain cancer, like your pal.
Right.
And so, we had shared some photos with our Facebook friends about Nick went in the other day. They thought they were just going to run tests and all that.
Surprise!
Yeah, surprise!
I think they were.
You got chemo.
Yeah.
And
because how do you not know you're going to want it for? I mean, it was a surprise.
Right. So with him,
It's not like you went down to the doctor and was like, "Hey, we're going to do some tests," and they were like, "Put this lead vest on."
Surprise!
Yeah, put this mesh bag on your head.
we're going to check your prostate with this bat.
Right.
One of those things.
You had that too?
Yeah, but it wasn't at a
It was
real
in Mexico,
doctor.
wasn't it?
Yeah. It was nearly free.
Whiskers.
And ironically, the guy's name was Len.
Name was Lynn.
Yeah.
And he was wearing a Bane mask. Yeah, I don't know.
Too bad it's invitation only. You can post the video.
Oh, yeah, no
kidding.
So I want to hear
So-
more about Nick. I'm not real
So
up to
anyway,
date on Nick.
Nick went through his round of chemo, and so we'll continue to follow that. Every time that he has to go in, it's not good on him, so has a hard time eating and all that good shit. And even though we see what happens with Dave and chemo, we're like, oh yeah, go Dave, go. Here's a 8-year-old kid that's dealing with something that.
And they say the younger you are, the harder it is on you, chemo, because they can really knock the crap out of you with it.
Right. So hang in there, Nick. We'll come up with some kind of logo, something for the kids.
Gift basket or
Right,
something.
and you can find, if you want to go to epiccoffeetime.com, if you're not already there, hit that little tab that says Fade to Black, go down toward the bottom, you'll see the picture of Nick. Click on that and you'll get more information about his story. His mother, Patty, is the one that posted that. So you guys hang in there. It's Toledo, Ohio. It's probably colder than hell. I don't know, it's pretty cold here, but anyway, we're in your corner, and hopefully you'll see some results from the work that we do. We're still waiting, but hopefully you will. So that's the end of the Fade to Black, unless you had anything. Dave's still alive, and he's back up and running. He's back up to full speed.
It was the Tarseva and the prayers.
That's right. And probably a little more of the Tarseva.
Right.
Yeah, because
Well, I don't think we ever finished that conversation. That needs to be
What, the
another
Tarseva
segment.
or the prayers? Because remember the phone call I got last Wednesday night. Oh, no, you don't remember much of anything last Wednesday night. Remember, I got a phone call, and I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
It was a lady from our church that we go to. And
You might have gave me a message about this, but
sorry, I put you on my little card on the back, and she was just calling to let us know that they were thinking about you, and they were hoping that everything was going well.
And the next day, Tarseva.
Wow.
Hey, you never
wow.
know.
Mysterious.
But hey,
That just completely changed my worldview.
Or is that
Good.
now I can sleep at night.
Well, I appreciate the thoughts, but I kind of knew that the Tarseva might be causing the problem anyway, and now they're doing more radiation on me too. So that's it. There's no other update. I'd much rather hear about Nicholas because I didn't know a lot about that issue.
But he's not uptight. He's not attractive. He's just
Hey, he's the kid.
He's just radioactive.
I
I
knew
was
where you were going with that.
gonna ask if
Whoa.
he gets better radio reception.
Probably not.
No.
Dude, I've totally been thrown under the bus with these superpowers and all the
You
radio.
didn't get
Nothing.
I did notice once we started having Epic Coffee Time here, though, the antenna on my TV quit working. So I can't get
That's
channels.
true. You know what?
So
There's a lot
that
of,
could be a cause.
there's a
And
lot of
your
electronic
Sprint
things.
phone works even worse now than it did before.
This is true.
I killed a phone. So far, Epic Coffee Time has killed my computer. It's killed my phone.
I still have it.
And you're using my
Killed the
computer.
electrical
Should I be
system
worried?
in my car.